Alright, I guess it's time we kick this off then. Hello, folks. Is everything working? Let me actually just change some stuff first of all. 1 second. Get rid of this intro thing, because that's not meant to be there. And leave the slide on. And hopefully that should change. But yeah. Hello, folks. I'm Drenduh Tyrof, and welcome to me animating. Finally getting around to doing some more animation on Dren and Loz's Toad's Sandvich quest. I hope everything's working. Let me just turn on my sound and see if that's all working on the preview thing. So you're going to hear my voice in double, probably. Okay, yeah, it is. It's just YouTube stuff saying, a certain amount of things. I apologise if my mic falls over at any point. That happens sometimes. Especially because I've got it in a sort of setting that should hopefully keep it higher up, therefore closer to my mouth, and therefore easier for me to hear when there's background noise. Which is important for this, because I don't put music on or anything, I just talk while this is happening, because I'd have to get some sort of copyright-free playlist ready. If you're doing stuff on Twitch, normally you wouldn't have to do that, but now they've added some sort of... They're more strict with copyright laws and stuff on Twitch. So, yeah. But, anyone who doesn't know, because I have no idea who's watching, it says 5 people. I know one of them's me on the computer, one of them's me on the phone, so I can check the chat, and the other 3, I don't know. Although one of them's been there since the start, so it could either A, be a glitch, or B, be my brother who's watching. But yeah. So, let's just get on with this. Those who don't know, basically just a random GMOD skit involving me and one of my friends. The second bar of a second says, "It's-a me." Yeah. Welcome, Second Baron. First person in the chat. Hello, I'm glad to see you're here for this. Yeah. God, it's been a while since I've done this. I'm actually going to put my mic back to where it normally was, so 1 minute. Alright, hopefully that should actually be good enough for this, because there shouldn't be any background noise. But yeah, welcome, Second Baron, and everyone else who's in the, who's viewing. If you, provided you are real people, of course. Even if you're not, thanks for being here. But yeah, basically, the idea is me and a friend's character going on a quest to get ingredients to make a good toasted sandwich. Yes. So, I'm not sure if I'm going to be animating anything too interesting, but it's been a while since I've animated. What I've gotten up to is a bit, just after the portal opens in the preview, which you can check in the description, by the way, if you haven't seen it already, which I'm sure Second Baron has, I think. I don't know. There's something weird on that, because I saw, like, a bunch of comments that I wasn't alerted about on that, from, like, some DeviantArt friends and Guzmari and stuff, and I just wasn't alerted about them for some reason. I didn't get notifications for them, and I don't know why. But yeah, so this is just after where the preview ends, where they're going to a mall, because they're originally... Loz, this guy here, what his plan is just go to the mall and buy the stuff. But then, they run along and they find this sign that I textured a while ago. Sorry, we're out of cheese, ham, lettuce, tomato. We've got bread in Drenduh's place, so therefore they don't need that. So it's all a wasted thing. So then they go on a quest to find it, instead of just going to a different store. Because that's how it be when it do. But basically, there's supposed to be a portal here, but every time I, like, alt-tab out of it and stuff, it just causes weird things to happen with the portal and his arms and stuff. Because he's supposed to be, like, not visible, and then he comes through the portal. Also, the portal entity has been changed a bit. So, therefore, it, you know, acts a little differently, and it's got extra stuff. So that's going to be a bit jarring in the original, in the final thing. But, you know, maybe I'll add a fade in, and maybe that will mask it a little bit. Who knows? After Dren smacks into the ground, which you do see a bit of. You see a bit of him smacking into the ground in the trailer. But that's all I've animated to. And then Loz... lands, basically. He rolls out the portal, and he bounces, and he lands. And now what I'm trying to animate at the moment is this landing bit. Because I originally animated just about all of this a long time ago, but saving it went wrong. So I have to do it all again. Yeah, I'll just show you a bit more of that in slower motion, so you can all sort of see what happened there. I sort of, like, had the same frame, but edited it a little bit there. Just to have the impact, because, like, in most, at least 2D animations, they'll have, like, a bit of, like, a sort of freeze frame, or just, like, a doubled frame to create the impact. That's the impact of the sort of landing, and then he sort of bounces off all spring-like and probably not very realistically, especially when you look at it this slowly. And then he swings, he rolls in the air over Dren, and then he lands. It's about here-ish when he sort of like starts to extend, and then that happens. And then I'm going to need to animate one where he's just moved a little bit more forwards, body-wise as well, but also just, you know, in general-wise. His body's going to sort of lurch forward because of the landing. So that's probably far enough to move him, I'd say. And then I probably just have to put the IK rig on the right leg, and then I can move it from there. But with this, I'd probably have his hands swing down a bit, and his fingers as well. And it'll probably be here where he'd blink. I'd have it so his eyes are sort of there, and then he'd blink, which no one would really see, but, you know, whatever. I might as well animate it anyway. Add a bit of life. So if anyone asks, why is he so still and lifeless, I can just say he's not still and lifeless. He moved his eyes. He blinked. Heavy sees the sign. He would say, "Oh, no! Sandvich is dead. Who killed Sandvich?" Yep, that is probably what he'd say. Although, let's be honest, I think the Heavy's probably, like, got a lifetime supply of all the ingredients he needs to make Sandvich. So, you know, yeah. I'm sure he will be fine. These guys, however, do not have a lifetime supply of the necessary ingredients. Yo, hey, Casp1758 is in the chat. Welcome. This is your first time here, isn't it? So, hello, welcome to me animating. I'm still very bad at this, even after like 44 entries of this live stream Shenanigans series, which started like a good few years ago, actually. But it was very bad then. I didn't really get anything actually done. Wait a minute, I've already moved those, haven't I? And I deliberately moved those up a bit. When I think about YouTube notifications, they force me out of Gary's mod whenever they come up. Like, Leafy, I don't care that TikTok is banned worldwide. Oh, God. But yeah. So welcome, Casp. I hope you enjoy your stay here, watching me ramble on as I animate. That's what happens most of the time. If there are any audio problems, let me know, by the way, if, like, I'm too loud or something. Because I can either sit further back or I can edit the audio in OBS. OBS. Not obviously as in OBS as in, that's just OBS, if you just say it how it's written. Open broadcasting software. I was never interested with TikTok. Yeah, neither was I, really. I mean, back when there were some of the funnier memes, I thought, that could be cool to troll on. But then I realised, no, I can't be bothered. And also, apparently, it's like just a very poorly made app. It takes up way too much of whatever the phone's version of a CPU is. So I just couldn't be bothered. And then, you know, it got gradually more regular how we know TikTok to be today. So, yeah. I'm not sure if Leafy's video is just, like, clickbait or something, or just deliberately being, like, exaggerating. But it said, it's just titled TikTok banned worldwide, so, you know. I don't know what's up with that. Nor do I particularly care. Actually, I do kind of care, probably just because I'm interested to see what's the hell's going on. Right, is that a good movement there? Let's see. I guess that works. Not a big fan of TikTok. Yeah, well, that makes 3 of us that are not big fans of TikTok. Casp. But yeah, I never actually used it. I just knew that it existed. Maybe I should move his foot a bit higher up to allow a bit more bounce. I would also use the advanced bone tool to edit his toe, but then I have to edit that afterwards as well. So yeah. I'm also going to move him a bit further forward. I did watch some of the TikToks, and most of them were stupid. Don't know if that only happened to me. I have crying emoji, but instead of semicolons, it's normal colons. But yeah, I saw a few, like, compilations back when it wasn't as popular as it is. It was still popular, but back in the earlier days, there were sort of, like, cringe comps, quote unquote, which is nowadays my least favourite type of content, because you're literally just stealing other people's and going, haha, look at this. But, you know, they're still kind of funny to watch from time to time, even though I don't actually watch them from time to time anymore. But yeah, that's most of the stuff I saw. A few later things in meme compilations. Some of the TikTok memes were somewhat decent. I think my favourite one was, I don't know which song it was, but there's a bit where it just goes, well, I guess I'm going for a swim. There are two versions of it that I saw. One, this chick, she looks outside, it's raining, and then she puts on some, like, swimming goggles. That says, I guess I'm going for a swim. There's one that's a Titanic one, where, Titanic's just dancing along, and then it gets hit by the iceberg, which is represented by a scrunched up paper being thrown at her. And then, it shows the people inside. And just, one of them looks like, they're looking out the window. And then they put on swimming goggles, and it's the same joke, basically. But longer and funnier if you actually saw it, which is most of the humour I like. Most of the humour I like is very visual, which I suppose is why TikTok took on with a lot of people, aside from just, you know, the dance stuff that I've never been interested in. So, yeah. Maybe I should move them forward a bit as well. Just because of how bones work, you know. It'd be easier if I could, you know, move it a little bit from that, but I can't really. Oopsie. I have made a poor decision. I was posing it there when I should have been posing it here. Oopsie. Okay. Right, so I gotta... Okay, no, I don't need to re-edit it, because it's fine. So I'll actually edit it where it's meant to be now, because I'm not the brightest. The second Baron, okay. I'm not sure if that's an alt account or if it's just, you know, something else, but the second Baron, the second, and then the second Baron. Okay. I did enjoy TikTok one time, but it got more and more unfunnier and lost complete interest of the internet, except YouTube. Smiley face. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it ever lost interest of the internet, but it became another subsect. Like, when Twitter and stuff first came around, people were like, whoa, Twitter, but then it just became a sort of staple of it. Like, people make their livelihoods, quote-unquote, on TikTok. So, yeah, if it is being banned, shame for them, I guess, but now you know how it feels to be a professional YouTuber, where your job is pretty much always likely to be on the line. I wouldn't know, because I'm not a professional one that makes money off of this, but, you know. Yeah. Right, collar. Phone is dead. Ah, that would probably be why. Big rip, second Baron. Big rip. But yeah. If TikTok is banned, then... big oof for some people. Not for most of us, though. Most of us will be dancing on the graves. Oh, God. Right, let's see how that looks in general. Yeah, maybe I should, like, move it out a bit more. Bonk. Oh, yeah, that's probably it. It's probably this ease out bit. Unless, of course, I put it back where it was. Actually, no, that won't work, I think. Yeah. I think I've probably just got to, like, you know, do that. Maybe have it ease in there instead and just spread it out a little bit. Just enough, I suppose. Maybe if I record that and move it a bit closer, that'll make it look a bit more gradual. Probably not, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, it makes it look kind of smooth. Let's see how the full thing looks at the moment. Bonk. Okay, so it kind of seems to, like, you know, it does that, and there isn't really enough in-between movement there. Or maybe just there, where there needs to be more in-between movement. Right, okay, what I shall do then is I shall nab this finger poser, and then pop it here instead. Same with this one. Nab it, pop it there. There we go. Plonk. And then up. Maybe I should have his stuff. I played CSGO for 2 hours and surprisingly only found one hacker and many challenging players. I got the lucky strike. Well, well done on not facing any hackers. I mean, I haven't played any TF2 in a while. I don't know how the hacker situation is. But, you know. Yeah. I was thinking of making a video where I go back to TF2 and I have like a cool intro and then I like go on like different community servers and stuff and I get some friends together in a final bit and we just fuck about. But yeah. So I haven't really faced many hackers. The last hacker I probably faced was actually in Doom Eternal. I'm not sure if they were literally a hacker, but what it was basically, I was playing demons, and while on the demons side, don't know how Doom Eternal battle mode works. TLDR is what is the TLDR? 2 demons versus 1 slayer. It's funny that Scout from Boston, but you and I and other Scout mains from different countries. Yeah, I think when most people choose Scout as their main and also for their character representations, for GMODers like you and I, Casp, probably SFM artists as well, I think it's more based on either his temperament or his body shape, I'd say. Or his age, because I'm pretty sure the Scout's the youngest out of the other mercs, and most people also want to have that youth. And then most people probably closer to that sort of body shape. Because I think the most common for Gary's Mod Sonas, Gary's Mod TF2 Sonas, is either Sniper or Scout. I'd imagine they're the most popular. Second Baron says, I'm a Scout main, but never a good medic. Yeah. I mean, I'm actually pretty good at medic. I'd say I'm a pseudo Scout main. In the fact that Scout's my favourite class, and he's the stuff I've got the highest like play time and kills on. But the kills one is probably due to an idle server one time. But I killed a bunch of people on. But I also play a lot of other classes, and I think Medic's probably the one I'm second best at, because it doesn't really require any aim or anything. You just gotta plonk the Medigun up someone's bum and heal them. And that's basically what you gotta do to be a good medic. Or at least sub-decent medic. I mean, back when I played fairly often, some of my friends said I was a pretty good Scout, so, you know, I've sort of adopted that as well. But Scout was always my favourite class either way. The smug prick he is. Okay, maybe that doesn't work either. Oh yeah, that doesn't work at all. God damn it. Disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. What the... Oh. That might have something to do with it. Well, actually, I can work this to my advantage. I'll do that, and then I'll move him down a bit to create that sort of bounce that I am trying to achieve but failing. Some reason I play too much with Sniper, maybe because of the community servers. Yeah, I mean, my favourite community servers to go on, right, are Slender Fortress and Surf. Just because they're mainly casual ones when you're not being chased. When you're not on red in Slender Fortress, you're just screwing around with the blues. You either go in the arena and kill some people, or you just screw about with emotes outside of the arena. And Surf, I just like to mess around on there. Those are ones I say I most go on, but, you know, sometimes I just play on other community servers as well. But yeah, it might be because of those community servers that you played so much Sniper. I mean, I think Sniper's one of the lower classes. I think my lowest is actually either Spy or Heavy, I think, play time-wise. Just I haven't played Heavy as much, really, because he's, you know... just not necessarily an optimal choice. For me, at least. I probably just need to get better at him, but, you know. Yeah. I could probably go and check my playtime counts in as every class, but I'm not going to because I can't be bothered. Yeah. It doesn't quite look right. Yeah, that does not look good at all. Spy or heavy? I played both of them very long. 3 with spy and 4 with heavy. Huh, well, I mean, I suppose just different things for different people. If I remember, my order vaguely is something like Scout, Medic, Pyro, Demo. I think Engineer's probably quite low down as well. But, well, I think that's just because with Engineer, I've had very long lives as Engineer, so I've picked him a lot less, but I played probably more than Heavy and Spy as him, just because. Heavy, I don't know why I haven't played as Heavy as much. I really should. Maybe once I get back into TF2, which I'm planning on doing. You know, I will. Oh, that looks bad. That looks real bad. It's not even like there's actually much movement there at all. So I am instead going to do that and move him forwards a bit more. Just a very subtle movement of his body. To be honest, I suck at spy and I'm a hoovy most of the times and get kicked. Oof. I don't know who be out there kicking hoovies, but you know, they don't sound very fun at parties. Oh god. Speaking of fun at parties, a video game called a mod for Team Fortress 2 called Open Fortress, which is basically deathmatch in Team Fortress with a new class called the Merc. But I went on a community server and it's a weird meme server. And I was just hanging around with a guy playing as the old, the classic model civilian, and he was just repeatedly doing these weird voice binds that just kept on saying, "Happy birthday, Merry Christmas." So then I just stood around him and kept on using the thanks emote. I know that with Open Fortress, yeah. Well, I'm glad you've heard of Open Fortress. But yeah, it was a very surreal experience. But not interested. Yeah, fair enough. I'm sure it's not for everyone. I quite enjoyed it when I played it. I've got a video coming out soon, actually. But I edited a while ago of just some Open Fortress gameplay. 2 parts. One's coming out, I think it's Wednesday-ish next week. I set it to go public. Not premiere like some of my previous videos, because, you know, it's not something worth premiering, in my opinion. Even though I've really had some fun with the edits. But yeah. Open Fortress is, like most deathmatch games, not... Actually, like most video games in general, not for everyone. There are only a few games that I can think of that are for everyone, and the only one I can think of is Minecraft. Okay, right. I mean, let's just copy it onto that one, I guess. And maybe move it down a bit, I guess. I don't know. Is this any better? Maybe. Maybe I should just move it a bit closer in general with all of these. Like a 1 and a 1 here. Maybe I'll put in these in 1 there, just to have a bit of gradual sort of slow down, so it's whack. And then there'd be some ease out as well for him standing up. Don't know how I'm actually going to animate that, but, you know, I'll give it a shot. But yeah, I played some TF2 mods recently. I'm planning on doing another video like the Open Fortress ones that are going to be uploaded that I just mentioned, with Team Fortress 2 Classic. Not sure if you've heard of. Basically, older version of Team Fortress 2 with some of the beta weapons re-added, and also 4 teams. So, you know, yeah. Played a bit of 4 team before. It's actually quite interesting. At least 4 team domination is. Apparently, some community servers, they've made 2 fort into 4 fort with these extra 2 teams, and it looks nuts and kind of bad, if I'm being honest. Well, first of all, it seems to be an unfinished map, and second of all, it's just, you know, it just seems like absolute chaos. Memes are the best, except it's low, like cringy or not funny. Yeah, I mean, cringe and humour are subjective, in my opinion, but, you know, it's best to make a good meme that's not cringy or unfunny. You don't want anyone replying with the not funny, didn't laugh meme, which actually has a bit of irony to it. Right, so how's this going to work? Like this. Team Fortress Classic is mostly like Half-Life graphic. Team Fortress Classic is, yes, but Team Fortress 2 Classic is a new one that's Team Fortress 2 graphics. It's strange. I might be able to just launch it up and show you at the end of the stream, maybe. We'll see. But that's the annoying thing about it, because Team Fortress Classic is like Half-Life, because it's the original Team Fortress stuff, which made him just Half-Life stuff. But it started as a Quake mod, which is ironic because of Open Fortress, because you have Quake that turns into Quake World Team Fortress, that then becomes Team Fortress Classic, that then becomes Team Fortress 2, and then becomes Open Fortress. Because Open Fortress is basically like Quake in a way, like bee-hopping and all. So, you know, yeah. Of course, I animated his eyes earlier. Alright, I'm going to animate that a bit, maybe straighten it out a bit more too. And, yeah, left foot. I don't quite know which angle I'm going to do it from, so I've got to try and make him look decent from most angles. Pelvis. Ah, yes, the B-hop script. Wait, what? Don't know quite about B-hop scripts, but I know that in Open Fortress you can manually B-hop. Yeah. And that's the main way to move around. Like, whenever anyone's B-hopping, they either B-hop straight into me and super shotgun me in the face, or they B-hop past me with the intel, and I couldn't shoot them. Which I've got a bit of a clip of in my Open Fortress video that's coming out next week. But yeah. Oh yeah, I meant CSGO. Of course, sorry. Yeah. I don't know much about CSGO, so you're going to have to forgive me for my unknowledge. But yeah. B-hopping originated in Quake, I think. And then it's, you know, involved into other stuff as well. Okay, right. So then, probably because of that stand-up, his hands would probably have to, like, you know, swoosh down. Watch me swoosh right in. Swoosh. But yeah. That be that. B-hopping is kind of fun once you get it right. When you get some speed going, B-hopping is quite fun in Open Fortress. Then I tend up smacking into a wall, so, you know, yeah. I've never actually used it in an actual game against people. But I've just been in, like, normal servers. Well, not normal servers, just creating a server and just hopping around in that to try and practice it. Okay. I'm going to probably have to use the Grey Sphere for this, just to make it work. But yeah. Hippity hoppity, life, liberty, property. Oh, that's not selected. Now it is. Wow, revolutionary. 10 out of 10. 100 out of 100. Best game. Best game. Right. Let's hope this works well. Because it's always this standing up bit that I have problems with. Because I basically just have to rotate Loz over and over and over again for the sort of thing there with whack. But then it's just standing up that I've been having trouble with in general. In CSGO, B-hops are difficult to make, and if you find someone B-hop perfectly, it's a hacker. Yeah, fair enough. They've really streamlined it in... I can't quite remember how it works in normal Source engine and Quake engine stuff, but in Open Fortress, they've streamlined it a fair bit, where you can hold space. There's a sort of continuous jump thing, at least on most servers, where you can just hold space, and it will, like, jump repeatedly. Instead of having to repeatedly press it when you hit the ground, you instead just hold it and use the arrow keys and aiming to get going. At least those hackers are better than rage hackers. Yeah, I imagine they would be. I mean, I'd be much more... Well, actually, no, never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. I was going to try and tie TF2 into it, but I don't have any way of actually tying TF2 into that. Those TF2 hackers tend to just be either mic spamming or aimbotting, or both. Most of the time, it's both. Okay. I think that hand's probably okay, but I might move those a bit closer together, just so I can, you know, yeah. I was thinking of, again, like a sort of schedule and doing live streams regularly over the summer holidays, because those have technically started for me now. But I think with all the other stuff I've got going on, it might not be feasible, but I'll try and stream, like, every weekend except for, like, next weekend. A bit of animation. I think that might work, maybe. Let's see. Whoop. Okay, I think to make that work, I'd probably have to move his body a bit further. In CSGO, rage hackers activate all cheats and sometimes mic spam. That sounds dreadful. Like, you know. The only time mic spam is... Actually, no, mic spam's never really that funny at all. There are certain instances where it can work. But most of the time, it just doesn't. I think I might have to move this leg a bit closer in. No, actually, maybe I just got to move his body a bit further over this way. And then I'll probably move his knee a bit over here as well, just so it looks more like it actually left that area. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but feet seem to be really hard to pose on a lot of models. They're just not right, you know, put together very well, which is strange. Especially when they have ragdoll toes. I could go on a full rant about ragdoll toes, but I'm not going to. Second Baron says, you would not believe what kind of mic spam. I don't want to talk about it. It's 18 plus, which is fair. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with 18 plus stuff, but if it's too bad, the stream might get banned. And also, the chat probably won't show up on my phone. It'll probably have to show up on the thing itself. Yeah. The computer itself. So if you are going to say that, you know, I'm going to have to reference that instead of a phone, which is annoying, because I have to alt-tab out. You know, yeah. Annoying and odd and strange. How's this looking in general? And I have trouble with finger pose. Yeah, finger posing's quite a hard cast, but I can see why you would. I've always had trouble with it, but I started early, I guess. Even then, not really that much. And sometimes there are just some models where the fingers just don't work. Like, most of them are workshop models. Most of them Five Nights at Freddy's workshop models, which I don't use much, but anyway. But they just, like, they bend in completely different directions and you can't do anything with them. Second Baron says, not meaning the moans, but meaning base racist stuff. Yeah, well, that would definitely get banned in the normal chat and I'd only be able to see it on my computer. And besides, no one likes being racist if they're decent people. But yeah, so, of course, you don't have to say. I imagine it's probably similar to some of the text chat stuff in TF2 when the bots had access to that. I'll probably have to move that a bit further over here, actually. That might make it a bit better. Stupid YouTube notifications forcing me out of the game. Donk. I guess that kind of works. Maybe I should have a bit more there. Like, maybe I should record that, add an ease out, and move it along a bit. Just so there's a little bit more pause with the land before he, like, hops back up. Because I might have to have, like, two different, a camera change or something for that. Okay, right. Let me just observe this. Yeah, I think I'm probably going to have to move his arms back a little bit more. I actually did something racist stuff accidentally. It got me sad. Yeah, I mean, I think accidental racism is, you know, probably quite common in the human race. I mean, there are some people who I'd say are personally racist towards white people, but because of how our culture is, they don't really say that. So, you know, yeah. So it's fine if you accidentally say something racist at some point in your life, as long as, you know, you don't repeat it. Yeah. But, you know. the types of racism, I think, can depend. It's not like a racism is a be-all, end-all on the level of murder crime. It depends on what it is. If you call someone an N-word multiple times, that's definitely racist and, you know, worth everyone being offended over. But if you say, like, once, it's still racist and you should definitely apologize. But it's, you know, it's not as bad as if you kept doing it. And then if you're actually going out of your way to harass people for their skin colour, that's, you know, even worse than both of those. But I feel like actions will always mean more than words, in my opinion. So therefore, if you're actually being racist, well, actual racists will do racist things. And people who aren't really racist but are just insensitive or, you know, mean will... I keep losing my train of thought. God damn it. Not from chat, but from poster. I made it from the modern area. Why do I even talk that? It's personal. Yeah, I mean, you might not want to get too personal with it, but I mean, saying I did a bad thing once without going into detail is perfectly fine in my opinion. I mean, it's not like saying I did tax fraud or anything like that. So, you know, I think you'll be fine saying whatever you want on the channel as long as just, you know, you don't get too personal with it. Maybe I should have a bit more curve with him. Like, move him more like that. Move this more. Arms back further still. Oh boy, I may have screwed this by accident. And then this back as well. Message retracted. Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. I can see why you'd delete all of those. So, yeah. Don't worry, we all make mistakes every now and again. Just learning from them is what makes us human. And also making the mistakes is what makes us human too. But, you know, that was another plate of cookies for a different glass of milk. Maybe we should move it back even further. It still doesn't seem to be, you know, that good. Whoop. Oh, yeah, that's a bit better. Donk, donk. Also, I checked the camera perspective and the shop looks so empty. Yeah, the shop is very empty in here. I'm not sure if that's what I don't know what you're referring to when you say, also, I checked the camera perspective and the shop looks so empty. But yeah, I think I might have a little visual gag where Drenduh looks around and sees how empty it is. Loz doesn't notice. He's just, you know, focused on the sign. But, you know, yeah. Probably do a gag about that. Probably be a one-time gag, unless this becomes a recurring character and recurring place in my animations. You know, yeah. Maybe it's secretly an entirely alternate shopping dimension that only certain parties can exist in at one time. I don't know. But yeah, I'm not gonna try and fill stuff to the brim here, just because too much work. Especially if it's like moving things. I've already just had Drenduh look around and look real confused and have some bits there. Well, I was just sort of standing after getting there, and Drenduh just sort of like gets up, looks around, hops to his feet, and then Loz says, "Let's go," and runs over. And then you hear like a screeching noise when Drenduh looks over, and he's stopped here. And I was thinking of having a very, 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 very loud scream of anger and shock and fear from Loz, and there's a bit where Drenduh just magically gets out a bunch of headphones and puts them all on. So, you know, yeah. Every single shop in the GMOD map is empty. Yeah, pretty much all of them. Actually, no. Yeah, all of them. This is one of the few that has stuff on the shelves, and I think it's because it's a prop hunt map, I'm pretty sure. Obviously, it needs some props around. But yeah, it's also got like a backwards thing here. This is probably where most of the damn props are. It's the most densely packed. Look, there's even some milk in there. There's a backdoor thing as well. Oh no, it just leads into the deli. See sign. Scout. You gotta be kidding me! I cannot believe this! Yeah. Sounds about right. Yeah, sounds about right. I don't know which TF2 character says that. It's just a line that's ingrained into my head. I think it's Sniper. Might be Sniper. I don't know. It will need more props if it was a prop hunt. Yeah, I mean, well, it's a pretty big map. We've got props here. We've got props here. I mean, you can turn into every one of these props, I'm pretty sure. If it's a prop, you can turn into it. And there's stuff here. So, I imagine if you have enough time to hide as a prop man, a cleaner? I don't know. You know, it'd be fine. And then the Combine come in and shoot you. I don't know. I've only played prop hunt like once in my life. And that was just because friends wanted to. Maybe I should move his hands a bit more like this, just for bounce's sake. Just for the sake of bounce. I just want to make the whole world bounce. Ha 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 ha. Anyone remember that song? No? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that works pretty well. I imagine all I really need is something that gets him that max height. If I don't need to do that. Mostly I watch Vanos play prop hunt with his friends. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I watched Vanos play prop hunt. Last I watched was his most recent Uno video. Just because I like watching Uno videos when people play it. Like, whenever Markiplier does it, I watch his videos on it. You know, yeah. And I don't watch Markiplier very often, so that's not necessarily saying something, because I, you know, yeah. But yeah, I like watching people play Uno and prop hunt. Considering I watch a fair bit of Vanos... Well, I watched a fair bit of Vanos a long time ago. Prop hunt is very fun. I think back when I was a lot younger, my favourite videos of his was probably the sandbox ones. I don't think he's done those a whole lot recently, but probably because it's quite hard to make a good interactive like gimmick with that. Because yeah. I don't know what I'm going on about anymore. I'm just doing my normal rambling that I do in both real life and when talking to this, whether it be a camera, quote unquote, a recording software, when I'm playing a game on my own, or talking to people, or live streaming, or sometimes just talking to people over Discord. Bonk, bonk. I've got to change his facial posing stuff. I think I'll do that now. Just take a slight break from doing the other stuff and do this instead. I think his eyes are... No, they haven't started closing there. They start closing here, and then here they shall close even further. This isn't your average closed. This is advanced closed. And in a squint, maybe not. Maybe I don't need in a squint. Maybe I need outer squint. Yeah, outer squint, that's what I need. That's what makes him look closed. Yeah. And I'll probably have his lips closed as well. His lips close your lips, loz. Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine, I think. But yeah, I've also moved his like jaw like closer, just so it looks like he's actually like, you know, clenching it a bit more. And it should return to normal. So I hit record there. And then he goes to that. And then with this one, I shall probably have him go back to the first stuff I had. Here-ish. Ow, my nose. It's like I've got a hair on it, but I don't, which is strange. Alright. So now I should be able to put that here, probably. Maybe I should have his head move up a bit as well, with this one at least. Just a little bit. Have his head move up. But then his eyes as well would probably be a good idea to make those move up too. Yeah, just so he looks up a bit with his movements. And then with this, looks like he's halfway into doing a JoJo pose. But yeah. His eyes are probably fine there, I think. Let me go get the other faces. Like this face, for example. Donk. Donk. Then he can open his mouth a little bit then. Alright, and then I probably also need an ease out there, and I probably like take one and record that and extend it. But to do that, I first need to create the next pose. Not quite sure how that's going to work, but you know, I'll think of something. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've actually animated in Garry's Mod. Since, like, the last proper time I did it was actually just, making the last few bits for the, trailer, which took a long while, longer than it probably should have, but you know. Yeah. Actually, his collar's probably in a fair enough place. I've just got to move that forwards a bit more, haven't I? Actually, no, I've probably got to move them up a bit because of, you know, me moving them down for the sake of the bounce. To make the whole bounce. What adrenalinos were finally found toasted sandwich, but they just saw Caspew's 8 toasted sandwich. I mean, I've already got a bit of a story, unfortunately, but I could include your character in there somewhere. I'll have to see. But story-wise, I don't know. I'm not sure if I really want to go into the full story yet, but you see most of the areas they go to find the ingredients in the trailer. So you get a vague idea, but not, like, the full idea. But maybe I'll make, like, some follow-up stuff with the character and some other characters, so, yeah. But yeah, I might find a way to include your character in it somewhere. We'll have to see. I haven't really particularly thought of Easter eggs a whole lot, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to put as many Easter eggs in as I would in, you know, the other thing. Ooh, I could put some observers around. I had an idea for something in my animations. Just having observers in the background, then maybe having some plot line revolving around that later on. And we just have all these flashbacks that show the observers in the background. I don't know. So I could put, like, an observer somewhere. If you don't know what observers are, basically spies. They just stand there and don't actually, you know, act. Like, they don't kill or anything. They just sort of do a fresh exist. But yeah. So the quest is technically less to get the toasted sandwich and more of a quest to get the ingredients to make the toasted sandwich that they will then make at the end. Okay. This thing's got to go forwards. It has indeed got to move forwards, like so. Probably bend as well before it hits the ground. What is that? Disgusting. How's that? Okay, that needs to be more over there, and I probably need to change his foot a bit. Which I shall do with the power of... Actually, I won't do that with the power of that, because that's hard to get it in the right position. God damn it, why are feet so hard to pose? Whop. 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 Boop. 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 And then his body's going to have to move forward as well. Boop. Kaboop. And kaboop. I'm going to check the chat here in case anyone's put something there. Right, okay, cool. Because I check it on my phone, but the phone doesn't, like, give me the proper rights, well, administrative power over my stream to see the chat in its uncensored glory. So I have to... Well, I don't have to, but sometimes I check over just in case. Because sometimes I'll see messages that I just cannot see because it censored something stupid. Or reasonable, but, you know, this is YouTube. Most of the stuff it censors is stupid. Right. I could probably just do the default pose of these and hopefully no one would notice. That's kind of annoying. Yeah, it is. It is a little bit annoying. But so's life. I mean, what is life but a series of annoyances? I'm also going to have to take a face. This face. What would a rat poison do to a human face? What would it do to this face? It shows a picture of a face. That's a reference to something. No one's going to get that, but you know, whatever. Then record that, stretch it out, move that. Because hopefully it shouldn't really be, you know, too much of a difference. Okay, maybe I'll move it a bit more like that, and remove the ease out there as well while I'm there. Maybe add a 0.3 ease in. 0.3 of a frame. Oh, Lord, I'm going to have to do something with that now, aren't I? Sweet Jiminy Christmas. That's way too much time to... Okay, yeah, I've got to move this, of course. Move it a fair few. Maybe we've got to move it even further back. Maybe we've got to move these further apart. I don't know. Yeah, I'll give it a 2 difference. Then I'll make this a 5 difference. Boing. Maybe I don't even need this thing to be there. Actually, no, I'll keep it in anyway. And then that, and then you have another one fairly close after, where he lands, and his arms are going to move, he's going to put his hands on his hips. Well, I suppose it's his fists on his hips more than his hands, because they're not open palms, it's just, you know, the sort of, like, pseudo-heroic, haha, look at me sort of pose. I don't know how this is in any way a decent description, but let's just say, for the sake of my argument, that it is. Okay, right, and then his pelvis is going to move more forwards. It's going to go wow, and it's going to do that. This is sort of the quote-unquote impact frame, if you will. And then it does that. And then his arms are going to move more forwards, up, shoulders. That's what I meant. I didn't mean arms, I meant shoulders. Collars, as they're referred to, bone-wise. Sweet Jiminy Christmas. But, yeah. That be life. Every now and again. Yeah, I'm sure that'll be fine. His arms are going to start moving closer, and they're going to start clenching. Maybe I'll move his clenching. Yeah, you'd use clenching for closing the fist. You can clench your fist. Actually, if you clench your fist, it's often already closed, isn't it? A grip? I don't know. I'm bad with words. It's ironic because I'm doing a fairly high a course for English literature, so you know I should be good at words, but the thing is, I'm not. Sometimes it depends on the situation. All right, okay. These can probably just start like closing a bit more. Maybe just take a little bit of bounce on instead of have it so they do like that and they stay sort of flat-ish. And then they'll clench with the next stuff. Keep on using the word clench. Clench is a weird word to use in a sentence. Hop. Maybe I should have it be more like, a bit sooner. Maybe not that soon. Actually, no, that soon works fine, I think. It's the impact frame. And then he has another one just after that where he moves slightly closer to the ground. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Boop. Boop. Arms up. These weak arms are heavy. There's armor on a sweater already. Mom spaghetti. He's nervous, but on the surface he looks calm spaghetti to drop bombs. But he keeps on spaghetting. I don't know if anyone's seen that video. It's called Eminem Mom Spaghetti. It's a great video. One of the YouTube classics. I'm not sure if it's in my YouTube Classics playlist. I don't know if my YouTube Classic playlist is public, but it's there. It's in that playlist. And it's a great video. And I'll just randomly think of that. Do you ever have that where you just randomly think of a YouTube video that you watched like a long time ago? Sometimes I'll like accidentally stumble across something that I remember enjoying from a long time ago. Just by pure accident. His head can probably move a bit closer to the ground as well. With this. Alright, so bit of ease in. So a little bit of ease in, make it a little bit, over here. How Loz got nice outfit, but has hat and hoodie. Yeah, Loz is a guy I know in real life. I've known him for a very long time. And that was the loadout he wanted for him. Because I was like, hey, I have that Drenduh Tyrof character, because I think I've sent it to him. I sent it sometimes before that, I think. I don't know. And then I was like, hey, what should I do for your character? Because I think he's still a free-to-play, technically. Even though I bought him the items and sent them over to him during one of the sales. Like, oh, sweet, I can get those items. Also got one for another one of my friends, but I haven't sent it to him yet. So, you know, yeah. But yeah, this is what he suggested. I can't remember these names. All I know is the first one's called the Team Brotherhood 2, I think. I don't know. The hat and hoodie. And then the nice suit is... I can't remember what that's called, cosmetic-wise. But one annoying thing about it is that it gets dark way too easily in certain situations. Like, look, it's light here, and then you move it a bit closer to the ground, and it goes really dark. Which is annoying, and it's not really anything I can actually fix. I'm going to have to add an ease out there as well. But yeah, that's just Loz for you. Dark bluish. Yeah. It goes quite dark bluish. But yeah, that's just Loz for you. If I was to describe him best in the state of Dungeons and Dragons alignment charts, even though I've never played Dungeons and Dragons, I'd say he's probably chaotic neutral. That's probably the best way to describe him as a person. Chaotic neutral. And probably a bit of a sort of dead glare forwards is probably what I'd do for him at this point. Bit of a dead glare forwards, because he isn't, like, necessarily staring at that sign. Would he be able to read it from here? Probably not. He probably wouldn't be able to read it from here. So then he'd run forwards. I mean, you wouldn't be able to necessarily see it in the shot, or any of the shots, until he actually goes over to it. Yeah, let's fix these as well while I'm here. He goes up a bit more. And then he's just going to move a little bit more afterwards as well. Oh, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably a good enough position for his collar. Now to just move his hands. Actually, I'll finger pose him just to make him clenched. Finally clenching his hands. You know, it doesn't seem to be as tight as normal. Actually, no. Scout's hands in general are just not very loose. Well, they're quite loose, and I think that's just so you could easily slot in a weapon there. In his hands. Like a bat. Or a scattergun. Or a nail gun, if you're playing Team Fortress 2 Classic. Yeah. I gotta be honest, even Team Fortress 2 Classic, even though, like, the nail gun is the cool new weapon for Scout, and he has a cool, like, character select animation. Where, because you know he normally stands with, like, his scattergun over his shoulder or something. In this one, he's standing with it by his side, and his, like, mic is up, and then he flicks it back down, which is pretty cool, I'd say. But yeah, because in Team Fortress 2 Classic, it's annoying that I have to make that distinction. Like, couldn't it have had a better name? Like, Team Fortress 2... Actually, there probably wasn't really a better name for it around that it could actually use. So I guess it's just a necessary evil of being able to recognize what the game is and what it stands for. But yeah. That be that. And he goes down here, like that. And then I'm going to move his arms so they're more, you know, more like that. Of heroic-ish kind of pose. Even though he's not trying to look heroic in this, he's just sort of landed. And he's doing that because he's a strange individual. A sad, strange little man, one might say. Although he's not little, he's quite tall. What happens if I put in an ease in of 1 there? Just so I can see how that would look if I did that. Okay, no, I'll just do some stuff for him there. Well, how's this look in general from here, I guess? An ease out? Yep, there's an ease out there. I'll extend it a little bit as well. Maybe give it a 0.3 ease in. And then, you know, just to give it a little bit of that. I should probably maybe move him up a bit more as well. Or up and back or something like that, I don't know. Just because he looks like in a bit of a strange pose as it is currently. And also his legs looking whack. Just looking absolutely whack. His hair, whack. His clothes, whack. His smile, whack. The way he doesn't even like to talk, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. Man, I'm not going to finish that. Even though I'm, you know, I swear enough in these streams as it is. I prefer to keep that under control, but I'm bad at that. I'm bad at self-control in general, but, you know, whatever. Yeah, this'll work fine. Kaboop. Hop. And then, on like down here or something, where he moves down a bit more, and his spine moves forwards a little bit. And, yeah. That be that for him. And this will probably need a bit of an ease in as well. And I'll then take this ease in and, actually, no, hold on. What happens if how does that look without the ease in there? Oh, yeah, that should be fine. I'll use that to make the bounce. And then a bit of ease in there. Hoopity boopity. Watching animation reverse has always been pretty funny to me. Right, let's see now. Bonk, bonk. I have to move camera back a bit, but, you know, yeah. If the Combine took over TF2 Universe and banned Sandvich and Bonk, they'd have a lot of trouble on their hands. Because, first of all, I'm sure Bonk's got, like, a fucking stash of... Did I say Bonk's got a... Scout's got a stash of Bonk's hits somewhere. I'm sure he does. He's just got, like, a mountain of it somewhere that no one knows about in his closet. And he will put them all together and he'll dash into the Combine base, find the leader, and slap his face. They'd probably run away. They'd probably get gunned down. You know, as you do when you're a scout. And heavy, you do not want to cross the heavy. Let me assure you. I'm still not sure what would be the best angle to put him from. Bonk. That angle works quite well. Okay, that seems to be an arm thing. I'm going to have to change that, I think, probably. Is it visible there? It is visible there. God damn it. Don't worry. I shall fix this with the power of raw luck, probably. Yeah, alright. That'll do. That'll do nicely. And then this one, same thing. That'll do nicely. Okay, right, cool. Oh, yeah, basically in the same spot. Lovely. Happy little accident there. I mostly killed them in CS office. Yeah, fair enough. Bonk, bonk. Counter-Strike maps are pretty good. I haven't played much Counter-Strike Source, but I do quite like the map designs. They're pretty rad, I'd say. And, of course, you kind of need it for a lot of the workshop stuff in Gary's mod, so, you know, yeah. Bonk, bonk. You know... The good thing about animation, you can start off, you can be like, it's not really looking too good yet. And then, like, you do the actual things that don't feel right. But then you actually do it, and it looks fine. Yeah, like, look at this. Probably not the best animation I've ever done, but it's still pretty good, I'd say. Let's probably, do something with that arm. It looks strange. I'll probably edit that somehow. Okay, let's see what I can do about that. As you can tell, it just looks off. A few things I could do. I can either A, put it there. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put it there. Ashes waiting for the answer. Yeah. I have a craving to animate action scenes recently, you know. Like... I haven't animated a good action scene in a long while. I mean, granted, I suppose that Heavy's Golden Sandwich collab, that's what it was called. Yeah, I suppose that had a little bit of action in it, but, you know, I'm thinking like a normal fist fight or gunfight or something like that. I actually don't really animate a whole lot of gunfights, so I haven't animated them in the past. Or, like, a lot of concepts that I've started and have been scrapped. Okay, right, let's see what I can do about this. Okay. I just need one where I can see all of that. Ew, goes to previous frame, get out. And let's see how that looks, all in general. You're not going to be visible in that, because the portal's going to be obscuring him. I'm going to pop on the, rule of third thing. See if I can make this composition look a bit better. Okay. Right, let's see. I shouldn't have really tilted it like that, but, you know. He's over there in the third. Drenduh's over there, and then you got the door there. Oh, I could probably also change some stuff there. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, there's a whole lot of empty space, but, you know, whatever. A lot of that will actually be taken up by the portal when I place it, so, you know. This sort of thing should be fine. Although, I can't really do it from there because you're not really going to... Oh, no, you can actually see him pretty well there. You don't need to see his whole feet. His feet aren't necessarily important. Alright. Okay, cool. Lovely. And I could edit it a bit. I do kind of want him to be the main central thing. This is... I heard apparently these dots are where your attention is often drawn. When you first look at an image, those areas are where your eye first moves to. So if I do that, I should probably actually move it back to here and, you know, move it just out a little bit. Alright, okay. And then, how's it looking there? Yep, alright, cool. Bonk, bonk. Yeah, I mean, not the best composition that I could ever do, but it works. Right, before I do anything else, I am saving this and making sure I know that it is saved. So, I'm going to call it Dren Los Bounce. A, B, C, D. Dren Los Bounce, there it is, look at that, it's done. Wow, I did it, I'm the best. I'm joking, of course, I'm not that good. I kid. I'll probably have, like, you know, a little, like, pause frame there, and then I have him blink. I'm also going to have to extend that for recording it. But, yeah. I'm sure that's probably good. And then I just have a little, like, slight head movement for the blink. Just slight head movement for the blink. Just to exaggerate it, I suppose. Just a slight movement. Face poser. Get over here. Okay. Right. Put this down there. Pop these up there. Move these brows in a little bit as well while I'm here. Squints. I'll have to do those later. Let me just pop those there. Yep. Lovely. And then inner squint. Squant. Squoont. Squant. Squoont. And then kablonk. And then we copy this all the way over to there. And boom. There we are. We've got a bit of a blink. Oh, that actually works quite well as a blink. I'm going to add a little bit of easing in just because I feel like it. Well, easing out and easing in, but, you know, whatever. You know, I've heard, because I'm in a sort of Discord for, like, Gary's Mod Animation. I've heard that's, like, not the best thing to use the automatic ones, but it seems to work pretty well for me, so, you know. I mean, I'm never going to reach El Toro 64 RUS level, so I don't really need to worry about that. Oh, right, okay. Let's change the frame count to 150. 150, and I forgot to place a camera down. God damn it. I have failed myself. Again. Umpteenth time in my existence. Bonk, bonk, whoop. Okay, right. I need to put him over here again. Something like this. Maybe I should have it, like, be more slanted, just so you can, like, you know... Well, obviously, I need to move it back a bit just so you can see the portal when he comes out of it. Bonk, bonk. Maybe I should move that back a bit as well. Okay, so I'm gonna move that back a fair bit. Remember that these have a free distance. And see how that looks in general. Oh, go back to the start, please. Thank you. Bonk, bonk. Yep, that works well, I'd say. Okay, now I've got to go and redo the bloody composition. For love of all the Jesus men from the boyland of Utopia monkeys. Okay, right, so I've got to put him in, and I've got to put the final thing in as well. And that's not a good angle. That might be a bit of a better one. Maybe if I zoom in a bit as well. Oh yeah, I originally had it so it was like that, and then I just had to move myself back a little bit just so I could get him in there. I at least need like a bit of him in there for that. Okay, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to zoom in a bit. If I could, like, place the dot on his face, you'd, like, automatically move to his face. Well, hypothetically, that's how the eye works, apparently. Bonk, bonk. Still is, like, a very wide shot. I don't quite know how I'd be able to make it any closer, but also keep him in, and Drenduh in as well. It's a hard balance, this framing. Good composition is hard. Maybe I zoomed out a bit more and just moved my whole person closer. That might create a little bit more perspective. And then I can actually zoom that in even further and still have him be there, and then kaboop. But yeah, I also need Dren on the floor, unconscious for a few seconds. Yeah, that works. Move him a bit over to there, maybe. Goes through basically all of the dots of moving your eye. I'd say that's a fair enough movement to follow with your eyes. Let me know if you think it's not fair enough to see. And I have a portal covering him, hopefully, if it works. So, yeah. Hop, bonk. Fortunately, because I record stuff instead of using screenshots for animation, you can see that happen, and it can make a bit of sense. It's still a rendering glitch, but it's not like it just suddenly flicks to that. So, you know, the lighting glitches will have to suffice for now. Alright, that seems pretty good. So let's first of all resave that. Save. Drenlaw's bounce. Save. Wow, revolutionary. Place the camera. That's another thing I've got to do. Plonk. Epic savings. Oh, Lord. Okay, well, there's a camera. There it is. Actually quite a far away. I am very zoomed in. Probably don't even need to be that zoomed in. Ah. Right. And now I've got to place the portal. The portal. Find a good spot to put it as well. Because unfortunately, they don't really work too well for, like, in-between stuff. Right. There we are. He's covered by it. And then... bonk. Bonk. How does that... Let me just drag myself through that in slow motion. So, yep, he's there. Takes a while... actually, he manages to get out of it by the second recorded frame, which is good. Plonk. Plonk. Well, actually, no, it's more like a... I don't know what sounds I'll use for that. Thanks, Casp. I'm glad you think it looks cool, as your words do indeed say. Blinks. And any blinks later on. I don't need to worry about that composition-wise. Hopefully I don't have a checker glitch. There's a bit of a glitch with recording. I believe it's based on stuff with OBS. But yeah. Well, basically a weird checker thing appears, like a frame. Like, I first started noticing it in the animation preview. You know, the bit where Drenduh's going through the portal. You see that bit inside the portal. Pardon me. Yeah. That bit, there's a weird check glitch. And then I started noticing it in some of my other recordings as well. So, you know, hopefully that doesn't show up this time. But, you know, I'll have to see. Yeah, I think that works quite well. Okay, good. Right, so, what I have to do now is I have to record that. So I'm going to go mute for a bit. Just a bit, for enough to record this. I'm going to change the slight thing as well to put it into... basically just get rid of that border that you currently see. And I shall then mute everything and record it. Because I can record while streaming, which is pretty rad. Alright, that's that done. Lovely jubbly. I can now transition back to how it was and do stuff. I could probably reuse a clip that I've already had. So I could probably have, because Loz creates a portal, which I'm sure you've seen, Cass, because you commented on the trailer. Speaking of which, now that you're here and everything, sorry for not like hearting that sooner, because I didn't get a notification about it for some reason. Well, as all the other comments there from Storms and people, I just didn't have a notification for either of them. And it was very, very annoying, and I just clicked on it randomly one day, and I thought, oh look, these were put down around the time of its release, and I wasn't notified. How? But you know, yeah. Right, so now this is done. Probably first of all make a save of that, and second of all, I'll probably have Loz just turn around and like do a sort of finger gun at the portal, and then it will close. Then I could probably animate Dren getting up, but I'll have to do that for another stream probably. It's getting a bit late. I can't go on forever. For reasons I'll go into more detail of a bit later. But you know, yeah. Probably actually just record it from here. I could probably just do that from here. And use this, but instead all I think is bug. Yes. But yeah, so I'm gonna have that there. But instead, that's just for him turning around to face the portal. Alright, his pelvis is already in a pretty good spot for that, I'd say. Bad English, I'm sorry. That's fine. If you want to elaborate a bit on what you mean, that's fine. We were all bad at English at some point in our lives. I make a lot of English mistakes. Not necessarily in writing, just in speaking, but more is my problem. Right, and then with this, I can probably have his thing start to, like, move up, because he's gonna do the finger gun with this. Bing, bong, boong. And his hands are gonna do a thing. I should probably also have, like, his head, you know, move a bit as well. Just because I think that would probably look good. Just because it's going to be a lot more exaggerated, this. And then an ease out here. I'm probably not going to need an ease out for this. Oh, there's already an ease in and ease out for it. And I'm not going to need those. So I'll just do this with it. Okay, I'll just do some face posing and stuff to get the next frame, which will be about 3-ish afterwards, I suppose. Unfortunately, that. So I'm going to have to do the good old this thing maneuver. And I'm also going to have to pose his leg as well, doing the same thing. Well, not his leg, his foot. Or both. Probably, yeah, I'll move both. Why not? Oh, yeah, I'm already on it. Alright, cool. And then that. Oh, that didn't go as well as I thought it would. Still, I can fix this. Kind of-ish. Is that good? Yeah, that'll be fine. Probably just got to, like, move his hips around a bit to make him work a little bit better. And the leg as well. Okay, right, cool. Maybe I should move his body up a bit as well. It doesn't quite look right there. It's mostly I'm from Scandinavia country. Ah, okay, right, that's fine then. That's, yeah. You don't have to even necessarily have good English, you know, considering different countries of second language, I would assume. So, yeah, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine to get English bad anyway, even though I am a little bit of a grammar Nazi. Not like correcting people, but I notice grammar mistakes easily and spelling mistakes. I, you know, don't really care if anyone has bad English. Because, well, who cares anyway? It's just a language, like all the others. Shouldn't really get offended for someone trying their best to speak the language as good as they can. They're not deliberately butchering it, even if it's not even butchering. They're not deliberately trying to quote-unquote say it badly or type it badly. It's just, you know, they're trying, and you gotta appreciate that. Just like me with this. I'm trying. I help. But yeah. So I didn't know you were from Scandinavia, so that's an interesting factoid to know. I think the second Baron, I'm not sure if second Baron's still here, but I think he was from, like, was it Germany? I don't know, something like that. But yeah, we've got quite a multicultural audience here on Drenduh Tyrof. So, you know, yeah, I don't really mind who comes along. Maybe it's just live stream. Maybe live streams, like, I'm not sure why, but I've seen more live streams with people who are, you know, not native English, or, like, necessarily from America or the UK, watching them. So maybe it's just more popular in other countries, I don't know. But, like, I've seen more people, even people who, like, aren't fans of a channel, just coming along, and they tend to be from other countries. One time there was someone who was typing in Russian, and then they're like, don't ignore translate. But the thing is, I wasn't paying attention to the chat, so I didn't know it was going on. So they got mad at me in the chat, and then they left. So, you know, yeah. That's people for you. Yeah. In conclusion, it's okay to be bad at English. That could have been summed up a lot sooner if I just said that. Oh yeah, I could probably move this a bit more as well. Right, left hand, Noom. I'll probably have it from this angle here, probably. The reason I try hard hide from people what actual... the real reason I try hard hide from people what actually I'm from. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean... Yeah, I get that. I mean, I've never particularly been one for hiding where I was from. Maybe when I was younger, because... When you're young, at least in my country, you're taught, oh, you disclose any private information, and that's bad. Well, that's not what they say. It's just, you know, personal information. They still don't necessarily want you doing that, which is fair, because if you put personal information, you could get doxxed, or worse, stalked, or worse, murdered in your sleep. So you don't want any of that happening now, do you? But knowing what country you're from really doesn't, like, you know, make that any more likely. How would I animate the finger snap? Okay, I get it. I know how to do this. Well, not animated it, but I posed it before. In my June update video, I, you know, did it there. Alright, I'm sure that'll work. Might be able to make it work even better if I, you know, do some stuff with this. Right, it's more like directly under it, so I might have to, like, move this one around a bit. Nope, that's not quite going to work. It's not going to work, Chief. And I'll move that one down there too. Just because. And then face pose, I'll steal some stuff later. I might as well record this thing and then steal it from this one. Nab, give me your face of a frame. And then we put it there. And then he's gonna be looking over at the portal. Boop. 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 Whereabouts vaguely is it in relation to him? Yeah, I'm sure that'll work fine. And I can just do some more stuff with his face as well, in general. But, okay, keep it at 50. And then maybe I'll just move his lips around a little bit. Just to add a little bit of, you know, diversity to his face. Because it's all looking kind of samey at the moment. Mostly TF2 silly server, people can guess where I'm from. It was a bit crazy. Scary, sorry. You see, I'm bad at reading sometimes. So, you know, yeah. Mostly TF2 silly server, people can guess where I'm from. It was a bit scary. Yeah, I mean, I think on some servers, they have where it will say where you've connected from. Like, I know I've seen that a lot. Blank has connected from United Kingdom, for example. That's where I'm from. So it'll say that. It'll say blank has connected. Just IPs, I think. So, you know, yeah. Also, if you're wondering why I haven't been on DeviantArt recently, Casp, if you've if you've posted anything, I haven't favorited it. The reason being is that my IP or Deviant... Okay, either my IP has blocked DeviantArt, so my internet provider, or DeviantArt has blocked my IP for no reason whatsoever. So, you know, I'm going to have to try and fix that at some point. Don't know when. That's left frown, and then therefore I'll do that there. Move that one more up? Yeah, sure. I'll move that one more up. But yeah, so that's probably how the people could tell where you were from in the silly server. Might not be, though. It might never have said that, and they might just be wizards. You know, either one's likely on a TF2 silly server. I'm not sure if I can really make that look good, necessarily. I'm not quite sure. Unless I do something like this. Oh, yeah, that'll work fine. That'll work fine for the time being, at least. Maybe I should move his whole body up a bit more. Right, left, and then... yeah, and he's still looking at it. Fair enough, I was mostly making friends on DeviantArt. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, yeah. If you haven't posted anything, I'm glad I haven't missed any of your great stuff, because you do make some pretty good stuff, I must say. I do enjoy your content, Casp. Right, okay, and then I'd have to have another ease in here. No problem, buddy. Right, yeah, that's very fast. Probably, like, move this just a few frames back a bit more. Ease out. Ease in there. And then I'd actually take that and I'd move it a bit further back. There. Just to add a bit of bounce to his movement. And, okay. I could probably do it from here, I imagine. Oh, right, yeah, of course. It'll be from here. I'll look at the framing devices later. Because I also need to put in the finger snap as well. And then I'll just use a reversed thing. For, you know, removing the portal. Hopefully I can just hit Z and get rid of the portal that way. Right. So the amount of people in the viewers has gone down to 3. Oh, I'm getting pretty close to the end of the thing as well. Might as well bump up the frame count to 200. Yeah. Right. So yeah, start here and then you go. Mostly like Scout on Half-Life Universe, well, some of it. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I know you've sort of got a bit of a story going on with that, so yeah, yeah. I'm not surprised you've been uploading that, and hopefully I'll be able to see it soon for reasons I'll kind of go into, if I can, you know, get this wrapped up quickly. Right, and then I'll have that ease out as well by 1, and then a very fast movement for the snap, because that's how snaps work, they're very fast. Oh. Boop. Oh boy. Oh boy. Don't worry, I can fix this with the power of Juju. And by Juju, I just mean this. Oh yeah, I was going to have to change... That's also going to change how I'm framing it as well, isn't it? Quite a lot. I didn't even think it was going to go that far. Okay, right. I also probably have to do a lot of, like, in-between stuff for the fingers as well, just to properly show the friction for it. Alright, okay, cool. That's probably too far. Yep, that is indeed too far. And then, boop. You know, I strangely associate JoJo references with Loz's character, even though he's never really made it clear that he likes JoJo. Simply because when I was around his place one time, he was playing Terraria and he had this Stardust armor, which gives you a JoJo stand, basically. It's a reference to Star Platinum. I personally think it looks, like, really cool. But that's just made me associate that with him. Yeah, okay. Cap says, I should make a story where Scout got the scar from. Yeah, maybe you should. I'm always open to more stories existing. You see, because on my Drenduh character, I've removed the scar, as you've probably seen. Probably also move his head a bit as well for the bounce. But yeah. That kind of works, actually. I don't even necessarily need to do much for that. I just gotta, you know... What happens if I put in an ease in of 1 there? How much of a difference is that? A good enough difference, I guess. I'll move that there-ish, I guess. But I'll move his hand up a bit more as well. Maybe his whole body. Not just, you know, that for the sake of bounce. His hand, and then his fingers also needs to go up a bit. Give me your fingers. Maybe his kid's thing can also look a bit less, you know, out there. Alright, cool. Alright, that works pretty damn well, I'd say. And then I've just got to, like, you know, add in another ease in of one there. And then do that. Move it back there. I think I'll leave the ease in for that too. Just for the sake of movement. Maybe I have his mouth open as well for the actual snap. Okay, and then, but, you know, betterly framed. That's actually pretty good framing. Let me go check that up with, this as well. No, not quadrant. Rule of third. Yeah, that's actually pretty decent framing. All in all things considered. Even the first frame, pretty good framing there, too. Doc. Oh, yeah, poo. Alright, does that screw up the framing a little bit? No, not too much. Maybe I've just got to, like, move it like this a bit. Maybe having it from this angle will make it look a bit better. Who knows? Alright, so that wise still works, I guess. That wise, yep. If anything, I can move it down a bit just to get the proper angle in. Yeah. I'm going to take a close look at that snapping as well. Yeah, that works pretty well. Alright, lovely. That's that bit done as well. Then from here is where it will be. I'm going to place a camera just in case, you know. Okay, right, cool. Okay, now I'm going to record it again, so border's going to go, and I'm going to go mute for a little bit. Alright, that's that done. Lovely. Right. So first thing to do, I don't think I'm going to need that camera. I'm just going to make a save of it how it is, just in case. Give it a good save. Really old ones back there. And then I'm going to, because that will undo the camera, and then I can also get rid of the hole as well. That would have been a pretty cool effect to have, but, you know, whatever. Wait, what if I load that now? Will the portal return? It will. Okay. Oh, right, yeah, that's because I'm on the floor. Maybe I can have an angle from here, maybe for Drenduh, you know. And just have that. And if I can get the camera out of my face, it's already there. Do that. How's that look framing-wise? Framing-wise, good. Framing-wise, decent. I'll do that. Just because. Makes it a bit better, you know. Oh yeah, of course, because it's a save, I'm not going to be able to remove it. So, it looks like I'm not doing that. Oh well. Whatever, it's fine. I've got a save of that in the position. So, henceforth, everything should be good and swell. And then I can animate that however I want and just remove that for the actual thing itself. Actually, I'm going to remove it just so I don't have to remove it later. Because there's like an actual effect that comes out of a gun. So, you know, yeah. But yeah, I'll make a save of that there as well. Kaboop. Yeah. Speaking of Open Fortress, you can see there two things I made for the thumbnails for the Open Fortress videos. That's a thumbnail for one that's coming out next week. And then next month I'll upload the second one. Where I, by pure coincidence, ran into one of my friends in Open Fortress. So, you know, yeah. Oof, but, that's gonna be me. That's it. Yep. That's how I ended the Open Fortress thing. I've saved that. I think this music's just stuff from, you know, the thing itself. The map itself, yeah. It plays through the pause thing. But yeah, that is that. That is Gary's mod. Casp175A, I mentioned earlier with Team Fortress Classic, I mentioned Team Fortress 2 Classic, which was, you know, a different thing from normal Team Fortress Classic. So I was going to, you know, pop that in, just launch it up, because it's quick to launch up, but, you know. So, well, hopefully it should start recording when I do that. So I'll just show you what I'm on about with Team Fortress 2 Classic, just to end it. I'll probably make a video on it at some point as well. But hopefully it should just start automatically. It won't. It isn't actually starting automatically. But you can hear the music. That's the opening music. Yeah, it's not, you know, not showing up yet. Oh, now it is. Cool. Awesome, awesome. Damn, Valve theme sound. Yeah, as I said, Team Fortress 2 Classic. Different from other stuff. I think that soundtrack's also used in Open Fortress. But yeah, so this is Team Fortress 2 Classic. Once it's, you know, loading. Once you can see it. I'm just going to wait so I can see it on my phone so I know everything's working fine. But yeah, basically it's just a mod that brings back some of the classic stuff. So, it's still the normal Team Fortress 2 style, but you've got less weapons and there's no cosmetics. Of Heavy, he hasn't got any of the new ones. But Scout, he's got a new weapon, the nail gun. Soldier has the RPG, which rockets travel in an arc. And I think that's the only new one he's got in this game. Pyro doesn't have anything new, but he's got the flare gun. And then Demoman has a lot of stuff, right? He's got the mine layer, which is 5 little things that explode, but you can't detonate them, but they'll explode. I'm just checking the sound thing, just to see if my voice is going over it, which is good. It is. But the mine layer will, pop little mines on the ground that explode when people walk past them, or close to them. But you can't detonate them yourself. Sticky bomb launcher is what you expect. Dynamite pack is a grenade that you throw, and then it explodes into 4 smaller explosives. I keep hitting ESC. Then he's also got the gunboats, which you normally couldn't have in, you know, normal Team Fortress. Engineer has the coil gun, which allows you to charge up a shot. I think that's it for him. And Medic has a lot of different stuff. The Kritzkrieg looks different. And the shock therapy. You can hit teammates for a quick full heal. And the Uber Spritz on hit 25 Uber charge. Now, Sniper has got something that radically changes how he works. The Hunting Revolver. Which has no scope and a reduced zoom. But has 25% max health on wearer. A 60% faster firing speed. and it has an actual higher clip, so instead of having to go back and reload every time, you have like 6 bullets in a clip, because it's a hunting revolver. And Spy has a tranquilizer gun, which when you hit someone, it colorblinds them and reduces their move and turn speed by 50%. So yeah, I'm going to mute that because it's getting in my nerves. But that is Team Fortress 2 Classic. It's a little mod that was released recently, but it's in the work for like 4 years. People have been working on it. So yeah. I haven't got much time, but I'm going to like show you the new teams as well. Dom Hydro. Hydro has been brought back, but it's been made different. Not going to play a game of it. I'm just going to start it up and show you what I'm on about. Just a little bit of some of the weapons and stuff. But basically, they've added 2 extra classes for domination, which is green and yellow. Green is GRN, which is Global Radio Network, and yellow is YLW, which is like Yard Logistics Workers, or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. Look. Green and yellow. Look, Scout's got a different animation as well for the nail gun, which is cool. But yeah. No cosmetics. Few taunts, but you know. Yeah. That's a nail gun for you. Just gonna go over to Soldier. And it fires in an arc. So like you fire it and then it like lowers altitude. So you can use it like a little like aerial strike. So yeah. Hitting Q changes to your second weapon, which is something I didn't know. But how domination works is each team spawns near a control point. How's rocket jumping work in this? Obviously, that wasn't a good place to rocket jump, but you know.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And they're all like control points, basically. Yeah, I could have gone better. You can cap it. And the points at the top will go up once you start capping. And the point of domination is to own as many points as possible and be the first team to reach 100 points. He even makes a whistle as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah. They might be adding grenades at some point, I'm not sure though. But yeah. I'm not sure if they're going to add any, like, other taunts, but I imagine they're going to add some new weapons later on as well. But yeah, you got to be first to 100. And that's all I'm going to show for today on that. But, I am planning on making a video of it, like my Open Fortress videos, where I actually play against actual players and go on some servers and see what's up with that. And hopefully I'll get to play on 4-4, because 4-4 looks absolutely nuts. And I just want to experience that. Also, you can play with up to 64 players. So 4 teams, 64 players, aka completely nuts. But yeah, that was Team Fortress 2 Classic. You'll see a video of that. And I should probably be wrapping this up soon. So, oh, whoops. Let me go back over to this so you can look at some pretty images. I'm not going to be streaming next week-ish, kind of, weekend-ish. Next weekend, I'd normally stream at the weekends. Well, that's what I... Basically, I'm not going to be streaming for a weekend. I'm not really going to be able to work on the video either, simply because I'm going away. In our country, the lockdown has been eased a significant amount. So we can go to other places as long as it's still within the country. You can't go abroad still, which makes sense. But I'm going to be going away, and therefore I can't be at my gaming computer. My gaming computer is where I have TF2 downloaded, so therefore I can't use Gary's mod like I normally would. I could probably still do some stuff on it, but, you know, it's going to be on a smaller screen. It's just probably going to be making some stupid screenshots. But I will be connected to a different internet, so hopefully I'll be able to get back on DeviantArt. And, because I tried it at, like, another internet at, like, another place when I was out once. And it managed to get onto DeviantArt, but on mine it says error, incorrect connection or whatever. So it seems my IP's been blocked. Oh yeah, I don't actually have a slideshow going. I had a background going. But yeah, so I'm not going to be able to do that, but I'm not going to be able to animate, but hopefully I'll be able to get onto DeviantArt next week and stuff, so I'll be away. So yeah, and after that I might try and stream semi-regularly, like maybe every weekend, maybe not, who knows. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do something related to a project. And next week on Wednesday, so next Wednesday, basically, a video will be going live. More specifically, my first of my Open Fortress playthroughs that have been edited. Naughty words and themes abound. The voice chat went a bit nuts, to put it simply. But yeah, so that will hopefully be fun. Hopefully you'll all enjoy that, and you'll be able to see how I play Open Fortress. But yeah, and then after that I'll try and make a Team Fortress 2 Classic video, and then I'll make a video of me going back to Team Fortress 2 and playing that. But yeah, so it's not always animations on my channel. Not always just live streams and animations, but, you know, whatever. Nothing about this live stream. This one's going to be going into the unlisted, so it'll only be viewable in my streams playlist once it's over. But I'm going to end it here now. So thanks everyone for coming along. Thanks everyone for watching. Anyone in the chat, specifically Cast175A. Hope you've enjoyed being here for the... I think this is your first time being here on a stream. And of course, Second Baron on both his accounts. The Second Baron and the I can't find him. Where's the first one called? Whatever. Second Baron the second. His second chat. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed the stream. I'll try and get some stuff done for something creative while I'm away. Casp says he enjoyed it a lot, so thanks, Casp. I'm glad you enjoyed it a lot. Because I find it a lot more fun when the chat's active. And even if it's just one person in the chat, that's fine. It makes live streams a lot more entertaining. I might live stream some gameplays later on. This holiday. But that I'll probably just leave the weekends for either not streaming or streaming Gary's Mod animation for that. Normally I'd make a summer update video, but I think I'm going to skip on that. Because I don't really have a whole lot to say that I haven't already said in the June update video. Anything else? Not really. I might get a little bit of a stream schedule. Might either stream like maybe Wednesdays and Saturdays or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'll stream twice a week. Maybe I won't. Who knows? Because I don't want to get like popular for streaming and then not be able to keep that up when the holidays are over. And I've got a lot of schoolwork to do and stuff like that. So yeah. But thanks everyone for watching, specifically Casp and Second Baron in the chat. And anyone who's been here, because I've seen those numbers fluctuate from 6 to 2. So, you know, a lot of people coming in and out. That's perfectly fine. Thanks everyone for watching. And I'll... oh yeah, I've got a little ending thing I do every time here. Can I find it? Oh yeah, I can. Right. But yeah, thanks for coming. It's been a very good stream. I've enjoyed it myself. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, so you know. Last one was the last part of animating or editing, I can't remember. Golden Sandwich collab entry, which you can go back and watch if you want, if you haven't already seen it, anyone. But yeah, that's all. But for the time being, bro, I'm out of here. I'm Drenduh Tyrof, and I'll catch you... Hold on, that click wasn't very good. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Alright, yeah, see ya.